Hello, welcome to Iron Cherry 61. So welcome to part 2 of my Pacific War overview. So now let's see part 2. So previously I should be showing you the ongoing like submarine and destroyer battle in the Pacific around here. So you can see there's a lot of there's battle here, the destroyer versus submarine. So I also started to escort the Yellow Sea because the American submarine started to do raiding here as well. So let's see how many submarines we have killed them. So now they have 89 submarines. So we have managed to do a number on them. Okay, I think now this is enough. Now let's move on to the more interesting part. I didn't like to show you every little details of what is going on, but I just let you know the gist of it, then you roughly get the concept. I think the idea of the concept is more important than the details like the technical details. So now we are advancing towards Chongqing. So we are like the Japanese in history. We are fighting in the multi-type front war. We have a Philippine forces here. We have like the Chinese front here. Then we also have the Indo-China front. But of course we are winning, unlike in real life. So at this point, I realized like, okay, now Chongqing is very nearby. So I send my main forces here to attack in this direction. And from here, I've been struggling to cross the river here, so it takes me some time to eventually cross the river here in force, as well as to take this airfield, because this airfield is important because it's the closest airfield we have here. So once you capture this airfield, you can control the air over Chongqing, which is what you need for the final push towards that. So I've been facing a bit of a logistical issue. Even though we need, but because our forces are so stretched out, so that's why I've been trying to find the most efficient way to move my division around. So now here I saw an opening here, so I attack in this direction. But the river, all these are a pain in the ass. But we managed to win. So now I'm trying to reinforce the position here, because I'm trying to cross this so I can eventually reach Chongqing. So let's see the naval battle. What is going on? So our naval bomber is inflicting damage on them. Okay, this is good. So just keep a lookout for every battle. So okay, we lost one submarine. It's okay try not to. It's okay to lose ships here and there. It's normal. This is what happened in real life, in real war. But make sure you are not losing attrition warfare. So if you keep losing ships at an alarming rate, then you have to ask yourself what is going on and make sure it doesn't happen again. So maybe I'll realize, okay, this is not a good place to conduct my submarine operation, so I decided to just withdraw from my from this sea zone and let the enemy do whatever they want. So it also depends on many factors, like how big your reserve is. If you have 80 submarine in this reserve, then you can be like, okay since I have a large reserve, might as well let my task force play around a bit. Even though it's a bit risky, but at least I have a large reserve force. But now my reserve is depleting, then I decided to just end the submarine operation here, because I try to conserve my forces. Okay, so now we are facing low supply here, so we are trying to take the last stronghold here. Well, now it's 9 Jan 1941. So what is the next sound? Okay, the Fall of Philippines. Fall of Philippines. Okay, now we have captured the airfield here, which will allow us to do air operations over the capital Chongqing. You also can start bombing the capital as well. Bomb the infrastructure or whatever. Then I pocket this division. So let's see Big Smart Sea. So now they are trying to invade here. So my convoys has increased to 336. So it means I'm still winning the attritional warfare. So we have killed more submarines than they have killed our merchant ship. Okay. So now they have 64 submarines, which is atrocious for them. So now Philippines has fallen. Or the US had soldier. The US has sent some soldier the Cyclone division, but we still can defeat them. So they're trying to take high call. And one division managed to come through, but I just attack them. Okay, so now nothing much. Marina region. Okay, so the US main fleet has appeared already at the Marina region. So my submarines are running away. So the enemy has like around 6 battleships and 6 heavy cruisers. So this is a very strong task force. So where is my main striking force? Where's my carrier striking force? Yeah, it's here. So it's the 6th Air Fleet under Ishiro Yamamoto. So we have 6 aircraft carrier concentrated, 2 battleships, 2 heavy cruisers. So they are currently damaged. That's why I'm repairing them at the moment. So you have to conserve your main forces. So to repair them if needed be. So there are certain tricks you can do, like you can do automatic split off. That means if some of your ships are damaged, but you still want your entire fleet to be operational, then you just send a few ships, you detach a few ships and let them repair in the port. Then once their repair is done, they will come back and join your fleet. So this is something you have to learn to use it. So I'll use this main striking force. So once I spot the American carriers, I'll use this to sink them. But you have to do it wisely. You have to ensure economy of force. So you need to know like how big the enemy ships will appear. Because you skyly if your 6 aircraft carrier fight with a super large fleet of theirs, then there's a high chance you might lose a lot of ships in the engagement. So you need to like sort of predict the enemy movement in a sense. So this is why it's good to have naval bomber. You see, I started to have air superiority in the sea region. I tried to get long range fighter, because with air superiority, there's a high chance you can win the fight. Air superiority is key to winning naval battle. So I also have like I have naval bomber on the naval strike mission. So I want to keep inflicting damage on any enemy ships that pass through the various that pass through the sea zone. Because naval bombers it's cheaper to lose a few naval bombers than your entire aircraft carrier. So why not inflict some damage on the enemy carrier first before your main fleet engage them. So that's why I have a lot of ships on naval strike mission. So once they spot the enemy ships, they will attack and try to sink them. Which was what happened later on at the very late game. I think I will show you now. It's quite funny. So if you see I think I'll show you this. Very funny, interesting. This was after a after a very hard campaign. Here, see, my naval bomber sink one of their battleship, Missouri. Then if you see, there's this huge showdown between us. So there's 3 battleships. Okay. See, okay, this is a huge showdown. So we have the enemy have 3 battleships, 7 cruisers. Then I have 6 aircraft carrier. So we send their ships. Okay, see, our 6 aircraft carrier appear. So under Ozawa. So this is the battle for the Big Smart Sea. So I have a lot of like airplanes over here. So when my initial strategy was to capture the airbase on this island. Because if you look at the Bismarck Sea, the only island with a very good airbase is this airbase, this island, not this island, and you have to capture the Caroline Island. Once you capture the Caroline Island, then I would say victory over here is assured lah for your navy, because with this airbase, you can set all your, you can have naval strike, you can have port strike, you can have air superiority over here, so the enemy navy will have no chance against you. So this is where we started to fight up our 6 aircraft carrier. So let's show you the more interesting part. So we send that 1 destroyer. Also take note that at night your carriers will not be able to operate. So I would say to winning Pacific is about air power. Before that, let me see how big the US Navy is right now. So they have 6 battleships, 3 aircraft carrier because I sent them. You only have 4 submarines right now because of how effective my escort mission were doing. How effective my destroyer were. My destroyer were basically killing their submarine. Okay, so 5 destroy. This is a showdown at the Bismarck Sea. So what I did was I have 1 main strike force and I have 2 light cruiser task force on patrol mission. So the goal of patrol mission is to spot the enemy task force, and the strike force will come out and attack them. I have convoy raiding, I have naval invasion support. So by this time I believe I have the super heavy battleship Yamato. So the goal of this is my invasion task force. So it's to provide shore bombardment for my marines. So I have the super battleship Yamato finally arrived. Okay, so another port strike. Yes, you see, look at how devastating naval bomber are against enemy ships that I port. Because you see, we have control of the air here. Then at the Bismarck Sea, the only naval base that are in the US hands is this base, this port and this port. So that's why all their ships are more likely to port inside here lah. They are more likely to be in this port. So my naval bomber will have a few run on them. So we have destroyed 1 battleship, 1 destroyer. Is insane. See, we attack their carrier. So the USS Bunker Hill now only have 59%. 59%. That's the half is 59% only. So we destroy 7. So all their battleship run away. So this is their carrier. Yeah. 9 destroy. Okay, so one of the carrier running. Bunker is running away. Okay. 11 destroyer. Oh, we even sank one of their carrier. USS Bunker Hill is sunk. Nice. So our carrier is doing a good job. 17 destroyer destroy. Oh my god. Look at how devastating the loss is. Yeah, so this is roughly how the naval battle works out. So let's go back to the. Okay, now for Philippines. Yeah, now the fall of China. So by this time I've captured Chongqing and China has fallen. So once China fall, then you have a lot of division that you can do for whatever purpose. You can use it to invade India or whatever. So now China has fallen. So at this time we have a large number of war experienced troops. See, all veteran level. So I can use this to invade the British Raj. Or to support the invasion of Malaya. See, all very experienced veteran level 5. Level 5, level 3. So I have a large experience. Level 3 regular. I still have the Guangdong army defending against the Soviet Union. Yeah, okay, then now we are going to invade this island. So now we have total control of South China Sea. I mean, at least for now. Unless the US start to send a task force here. So now there are 2 carrier and 4 heavy cruisers are here. But my submarine are just distracting them. So now showdowns at the Mariana. Okay, this is one of the most pivotal moment of my campaign. The Mariana. Okay, so now you see we have control all the sea. Now everything is in green. Then and the enemy submarines are losing whenever they come inside here. Okay, so now the thing about now the American has this huge task force. They have 6 battleships and 6 heavy cruiser. So now they are penetrating into the east East China Sea, and they are targeting my destroyer escort. So my destroyer escort are trying to run away because there's no way they can fight with the battleship. Their goal is only to kill submarine, not to fight this battleship. So let's hope they escape safely. Okay, so now now they send their carrier here. So now my carriers are here. Okay, so I have my main carrier force docked in the Mariana because I'm expecting a decisive battle to take over here. The main enemy carrier force will be here. So I have my battleship docked here, and I have 2 light cruiser task force doing their patrol mission. So once they spot the enemy carrier, this light carrier will attack. And this I'll call it the first athlete under Yamamoto will crush any enemy carriers that they spotted. So this is the goal. So Mariana is very important for a few reasons because later when I was playing this, having full control of Marina is important because first the American has an island, has a base here. So this is where most of their planes and naval base and their naval task force are located. So you need to take this in order to have full control of the Marina Sea. Also later the Americans will try to invade the Philippines. They try to retake Philippines now. So they will invade the Philippines, and the US Navy also are able to come to this region. So I'm trying to close off these two regions by controlling Mariana, because Mariana is where the how do I put it? It's like because the thing about Mariana is in during historical time, Mariana was the most during the Pacific War. Mariana was deemed important to the Japan defense, because it's like a castle war. So Japan has a ring of fortified island in the Pacific. So Mariana is the one that's closest to the Japan home island. So once Japan lose Mariana, then basically the entire outer defense here are rendered useless, because the American can start attacking the Japan home island from the Mariana. So this region is important because it's the closest. It's like that means it's like the most inner layer of my castle wall. So I need to make sure that the enemy couldn't penetrate further by protecting Mariana. Later the US Navy will keep trying to target the US Navy here. Later in the game will try to naval invade my island here. So that's why I started to send I sent my garrison to defend this island. I also build out my coastal fort, because I don't want to lose any of this island. So now let me see whether I managed to catch the enemy navy. So my main carrier force is docked here. So I try to destroy any enemy carriers that pass by. So now they are patrolling the Mariana. Let me speed up. See. Okay, now you can see they are trying to intercept, but they are intercepting a useless target. Okay, so we won. We destroyed their submarine. Okay. It's a useless target. Oh, see our naval bomber is inflicting damage on their ships, on their carrier. Okay, nice. So my carriers are intercepting the enemy ships here. I don't want them to intercept all these. I'll prefer them to sink the enemy carrier. But never mind, just let them do whatever they want. Okay, so we send their convoy. Also, why is it important to gain control of this is because the enemy can also use the naval bomber to attack to harass our ships. So a lot of times when your ships pass by any like enemy control like island with airbase, then the enemy naval bomber will just keep harassing your ships and inflicting damage that could have been avoided. So you have to eliminate this as a airbase for the enemy. It's just like what I'm doing to them. Any US ship that's coming by are getting attacked by my naval bomber. So this is something. So we send their ships, okay? So we are constantly attacking them. So at this point, I'm trying to gain air superiority over the Mariana, as well as naval control. But currently, the enemy has more ships than us. So now, okay, we send 3 destroyers with our first air fleet under Yamamoto. Okay, cool. Okay, now is trying to target the US task force with 10 battleships. Oh no, now it's not doing anything. So now it's just resting. Okay, now it's intercepting US task force 3. So what is going on? Okay, now this is the main enemy carrier. Hopefully our carrier force is able to intercept their carrier force and we can have a showdown. Because I want to see a showdown between the carrier. Okay, nice. This is something, a historical moment. Okay, now they are running away. Hopefully you can see their carrier. Sing. This kind of thing depends on luck one. And sometimes you just don't get the results you want, even though you have the superior forces. So we send 1 destroyer. Okay, we lost 1 destroyer on our side. So all of them are escaping. Yeah, we only send 1 light. We lost 1 light cruiser. Okay, please allow. Sorry, let me sure they get their reinforcement. Okay, automatic split off enabled. So it's a defeat for us. So you see the US naval bomber is harassing our carrier. That's why we have to take the airbase here. If not, they will keep attacking our ships, just like we are doing to them. This is a victory. We lost 1 destroyer, okay? They lost because they run away from us. So now the enemy carriers, submarines are sinking me. So you have to take care of. So I think our carrier fleet has to rest. So the enemy battleships are being attacked by my naval bomber. So now our first air fleet has to rest first while our carriers are under repair. Also, the thing about dockyard mechanics is you have to understand like there's a repair queue for your ships. So depending on how many dockyard you have, so certain ships you have to prioritize. Maybe if you need this carrier urgently, then you put it at the top. Like for example, in his like during the Battle of Coral Sea, the US was able to repair like I think 1 or 2 carriers quickly. So they are in they will be available for the upcoming Battle of Midway. So it's the same thing, same idea lah. So you need to prioritize which ships you want to repair first. So this is something you have to play around. Okay, then let's move on to the next one. But there are a lot of questions you have to ask, why my fleets are not as successful, or why the naval battle play out as the result. So this is something you have to remember. So now we are clearing out the Marina. Marina is a very important sea zone, because it is like I already mentioned like this is out. We have all these fortified islands. So all these islands outside are like the outer wall of the castle. Then Mariana is like the innermost castle wall defense. So if the enemy infiltrate your inner wall castle defense, then the outside defense will be rendered like useless because the enemy basically can penetrate into the rest of your defense. So it's also where it's also where the US constantly try to launch invasion on Philippines. So I need to close off this area so basically the entire region here will be safer. So now it took me some time. I managed to get secure this island, the Guam, basically Guam, from the US. So now I have full control of the Mariana. So with this under full control, the US they are not able to penetrate further into the territories around here. So this is where I have full sea control. So this is showdown. So I have all my airplanes here on their various mission. Okay, then now where's our ships? Okay, so now our main aircraft carrier, our first air fleet is here. So this is our main striking force. So you can do some manual control, like you see, this one the strength is 79%, but you think it's not too like serious, then you don't need to repair now. You can let it be operation for the time being. But if you think it's too serious, maybe I think like this one need repair. I will click repair now. So this one will go and repair while the rest of my ships are still operational, because I still need them to continue the mission around here. So after I control the Marina, my next step was to control the Big Smart Sea. So after I control the Big Smart Sea, I'll move on to control the Eastern Micronesia. And after Eastern Micronesia, I try to control the sea region here where I take Midway. Then my final conclusion of the Pacific War is that once I taken Hawaii, I'll consider myself having won the Pacific War, because Hawaii is a major naval base for the US. So Marinas has been controlled. Okay, then war on the British Malaya. So I decided to fight the British. Okay, so now I have full control over the sea region here. So I get my forces at Indochina ready to invade the British Malaya, because I want their rubber, their steel, and I also want the oil resources of Dutch East India. So I destroy another submarine. Okay, then now so the enemy have 5 submarines, 5 carrier and 15 battleship. Look at my convoy. I have 434 convoys. So my supply system is safe. Okay. I'll stop now. Okay.